Hey there, Sunbelt Conference fans, and welcome back to another episode of Sunbelt Conference Weekly. I'm your host, Kati Morse. Spring has officially sprung here in the Fun Belt as softball, baseball, men's and women's golf, and track and field are in full swing, and we'll take a look at all of them in today's episode. It's all right here on Sunbelt Conference Weekly. Sunbelt softball is officially rolling as the third weekend of league play is approaching, and several players are hitting their stride, including South Alabama pitcher Devin Brown, who dished out a perfect game against UL Monroe. Let's take a look. South Alabama's Devin Brown is the Community Coffee Pitcher of the Week for the second time this season. The right-hander capped a 3-0 week with her first career perfect game on Sunday in USA's series sweeping win over UL Monroe. The Mobile native struck out 11 of the 15 batters she faced with no walks, becoming the second player in Jaguar history to toss a perfect game. Brown preceded that performance by throwing a shutout one-hitter to the Warhawks in Game 1. She struck out 7 to 1 walk. In 17 total innings last week, Brown struck out 28 batters, walked only 3, and allowed only 1 unearned run on 5 hits.
Well, I was really nervous going into the last inning because I knew, and I was kind of starting to freak out a little bit, but I'm really glad I pulled it out. That's a big thing for me.
I'm happy about the perfect game, but I'm more happy just that she didn't walk anybody, you know? I mean, we've really been working on the efficient part, so just proud of her because she's been putting in the work.
Brown is currently ranked 3rd in the NCAA with 11.4 strikeouts per 7 innings of work. Sunbelt softball pitchers have definitely been hitting their stride, but what's even more impressive is what these ladies are doing at the plate. Sunbelt softballers lead the NCAA in almost every offensive category. Let's take a look at what's behind these big swings. The offense in Sunbelt Conference softball plays a big role in the strategy of the league's 9 teams. But lately, these bats have been hitting some impressive numbers, as the Sunbelt tops the NCAA in almost every category at the plate. UL Lafayette's Lexi Elkins, the reigning Sunbelt Player of the Year, leads the NCAA in 3 offensive categories. She holds the top spot in slugging percentage, on-base percentage, and home runs per game. With 38 RBIs this season, she boasts the 4th highest average in the nation with 1.58 per game. And speaking of averages, 3 out of the 5 highest batting averages in the country belong to Sunbelt Conference players. Elkins sits in 2nd place at 536. UL Monroe's Rochelle Roberts is a close 3rd at 534. And rounding out the top 5 is South Alabama's Emily Messer, who boasts a 524. But one player has burst onto the scene on Monday after recording a record-breaking week of play. Troy's Hannah Day has been selected as the Week 6 USA Softball Collegiate National Player of the Week by the Amateur Softball Association. Day hit an .812 average with 20 RBIs, 6 home runs, and 3 doubles over a 4-game stretch, all while tying an NCAA record with 16 total bases.
Right now I'm just trying to take it all in, but I wouldn't have had any of the success that I had this past week without my teammates. I mean, 20 RBIs, I can't do that without them. So it's a success for me, but it's also a success for the team, and I love that.
She is now ranked 4th in the country in home runs per game at .46 and 3rd in RBIs per game at 1.71.
I barely said anything to her. I mean, she was seeing the ball like a beach ball, and I think she had 20 RBIs, which again, give her teammates credit for being on base when she was up there. But it was the most incredible, single performance I've seen probably in my career, and I thought she completely deserved National Player of the Week. I'm proud for our program, and I'm proud for her. I mean, she deserves it. She works her butt off.
This is the first USA Softball National Collegiate Player of the Week honor for an athlete from Troy, who will return to the diamond on Friday for another Sunbelt Conference series against number 5, UL Lafayette. South Alabama and Texas State are tied for first at the top of the Sunbelt baseball standings, and South Alabama capped off their record with a sweep of UT Arlington on Sunday. Let's check it out. South Alabama used a big 6-run first inning and a quality start from Austin Bembanowski to secure the 3-game series sweep of UT Arlington on Sunday. The Jags scored 6 runs in the first inning, and those runs would hold up as USA defeated UTA 6-4.
This game, you got 9 innings, but sometimes the first inning that's when the game is on the line, and you don't know it till it's over. But we had some windows of opportunity in the first, and we took advantage of it. And we had some good at bats. We stole some bases. The guys did a nice job fighting their way on base and capitalizing on some of their pitching mistakes early on this game.
With a 6-run cushion, Bembanowski allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, with 4 strikeouts and a pair of walks to earn his 2nd win of the season.
That is a very good team. They hit well, and I just thought we played really well. We matched, their energy, and that's what happens.
The Jags return to Sunbelt play this Thursday as they battle Texas State for the top spot in league standings. Georgia Southern men's golf took some time off the green to give back to the community at the Schenkel Nationwide Youth Clinic last week. Trisha Fishbune has more.
Competitors from across the country came together Wednesday evening to teach kids the game they love, golf.
These young kids, they look up to these student athletes like they're superheroes, so it's a nice way for them to get appreciated and realize how important they are in the golf community, and it's a nice way to give back.
Head coach Carter Collins, student athletes and coaches from the Georgia Southern, Iowa, Kentucky, and North Florida golf teams assisted in the second annual Schenkel Kids Clinic. The clinic was held at the Forest Heights Country Club, and for both players and coaches, this opportunity brought them back to their youth.
At some point in these student athletes' lives, there was somebody that helped them along in the clinic just like this, so it's nice for them to kind of return the favor.
That's how I got into golf, and it's great to be able to give back and hopefully do the same to some other kids.
At the clinic, the student athletes taught the kids how to chip, drive, and putt the ball. But their biggest piece of advice for the youngsters wasn't about technique at all.
Just have fun. Golf is a game. Sometimes it can be taken too serious. It teaches you many life lessons, and it takes you on a journey for sure.
The players helped over 70 kids in the outing before they compete for themselves this weekend. The Eagles host 13 other teams Friday through Sunday at the Schenkel Invitational.
Course management-wise, they've played this course all year. That's a tough balance with this event, is one, to realize how important this tournament is to this program and to all these guys, but also understanding that it is just another tournament.
All the older guys and guys who've been here before have done a great job of helping the newcomers and helping them a couple greens, couple tricky pins out there, just advice for how to play and how to handle the pressure.
For GSEagles.com, I'm Trisha Fishbune.
Track and field coaches love to see their student athletes break records, but they love it a bit more when that athlete is only a freshman. South Alabama's Sean Collins was named first team All-American by the NCAA last week. Let's see just how high Sean Collins can fly. South Alabama freshman Sean Collins has definitely made the most of his first year in Division I competition. Last week, Sean finished second in the country at the NCAA Indoor Nationals, earning first team All-American honors. Just days later, Sean broke the school record at the Jaguar Classic, jumping 17 feet 1 1/4 inches. Sean and the rest of the Jaguar track and field squad returned to action on Friday at the Louisiana Classics. The week of the Sunbelt Men's Basketball Championships can be quite hectic, but there's always time to give back. And Georgia Southern men's basketball team paid a visit to Charles Green Charter School here in New Orleans. Let's check it out. The week of the Sunbelt Conference men's basketball tournament is quite the busy one, as 8 teams converge on the Crescent City. But somewhere in between the practices and press conferences, one team spent some time giving back at Samuel J. Green Charter School in Uptown New Orleans. Members of the Georgia Southern men's basketball team, along with Coach Mark Byington, visited Miss McNutt's kindergarten class. The kids were surprised with plenty of Georgia Southern swag, as well as free tickets to the Eagles opening round game.
This is a place we came last year, and it's becoming a tradition that we like to do. Introduce them to Georgia Southern and talk about what we do and then why we're here as well.
Students also got one-on-one time with the Eagles, discussing everything from Georgia Southern hoops to their favorite NBA teams. They even competed in a friendly game of trash can basketball.
I balled it up and then I shoot it in the trash can.
But Coach Byington and his players wanted to work on something more than just their jump shots.
Just the importance of education. I like to talk to them about what their dreams are and what they want to do when they grow up. You want to be a teacher? That's a great job. All right. My mom's a teacher.
While the students learned valuable life lessons, it was the players who left with something more.
Our guys are blessed to have, full basketball scholarships and to be able to play basketball Division I. And many of them were these kids, 10 years ago.
It's a very important thing to do because, once upon a time in my life, it was just like these little kids. It's just a humbling experience. Help other people get to where you are.
We are Eagle Nation.
And that'll just about do it for another edition of Sunbelt Conference Weekly. Be sure to join the conversation on social media and follow the Sunbelt on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For all of us here at the Sunbelt Conference, I'm Kati Morse. Thanks for watching.